be very honest and frank with the committees. I believe I was last month. There aren't a lot of options on the table as far as I can determine. I will start with the one that I think is the least palatable, only because it's been brought up and asked about a couple times. That would be a civil suit. I'm reluctant to go into any great detail about a possible civil suit in an open session, other than to say that I am very hard pressed to find what I think would be a viable legal theory to pursue. I think it would be expensive. I think it would be likely fruitless at the end of the day, and certainly I think that the cost for it could certainly exceed what I'll say in the very generalist terms, damages that I think the committee is believing exist. The other options that I see would be some kind of resolution, call it a censure, call it a reprimand, call it whatever you want to call it, some sort of statement, official statement from the board. I can speak to my thoughts about that if people are curious as to my opinion, but it's an option. And then the final one would be some kind of statement or letter that could come from any combination, I think, of the county executive, the chairman of the board, this committee, the board as a whole. I was thinking earlier today, as I continue to sort of ponder this, it could even be created as, for lack of a better term, an open letter, something that could be drafted and left for any members of the board who wished to sign it without taking some sort of formal action, if they wanted to amend their names to it or pen their names to it. We could ask him for the money, or some combination of those. But honestly, that's pretty much what I've come up with in terms of the options that we have. I won't bore the committee going through all the things that we discussed last month, but I will just remind them that this is a very unusual situation. It is highly nuanced, and on top of everything else, we are dealing with a independently elected constitutional officer, meaning that the authority of the county board, the options that it has to try and deal with this, and the leverage that it might be able to bring to bear are, I think, extraordinarily limited. I will also just add to those remarks that I have her okay to say that I've spoken with the county executive. It is her intention to have a sit-down meeting in the near future with the sheriff-elect, discuss lines of communication, discuss expectations for the relationship between that office and the executive's office. As I said to Patty earlier today, I've been waiting to say this. There is indeed a new sheriff in town, or will be very shortly.